And we welcome you to Hockey Night Minnesota here on KARE 11 Plus and MN Hockey TV. We've got a good one for you tonight in the Suburban East Conference. Great longtime rivals Woodbury and Stillwater meet here today as the Ponies bring in a 2-3-1 record, 5-0-1 for the Woodbury Royals, who are trying to do something that they have not done in a long time, and that is beat the Stillwater Ponies. These teams met 3 times a season ago, and Woodbury lost 2 of them and tied 1 of them as well. That was a 6-6 tie, a wild game. And looking forward to seeing what we get here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we're a month in. There's no more excuses. I don't think we're getting the rust off, getting used to each other, getting to systems, getting into those things. I think instead what we have now are teams that are getting into their groove. And, you know, they've got a sample size now, Matt. And I think one of the things that's going to be interesting is Woodbury plays a very heavy game, and as does the Stillwater Ponies. So look for the physicality to be up in this one a little bit here tonight.
The Woodbury Royals still unbeaten on the year. They do have 1 tie that they had earlier this season, but looking to keep that 0 in the loss column here tonight as we are underway. An early 5 p.m. start. Here's the boys will play tonight as well at 7 p.m. here in Stillwater. They'll take on Eden Prairie. Royals with it to start. This one right in front of Solnitsky, who kicks it away. The loose puck scrambled for. Oh, it was put home, but the whistle had blown, and that's a tough break for the Royals early on. Watch this one more time.
Let's talk about playing through the whistle.
Starting goaltenders for you in this one. Haley Solnitsky, save percentage just at about 910 right now for this Ponies team. And for Woodbury, they go with Alyssa Pulaski, the sophomore, has played every game, .929 save percentage. So some pretty good goaltenders between the pipes here tonight.
These two teams well matched in just about every category.
Woodbury after this one along the boards as it is forced up the wall. Still battling there. Lainey Gannett's waiting for it to develop. Of course, the story with the Royals, the Gannett's, the twin sisters, both committed to the University of Minnesota Duluth a few months ago. And they'll be certainly...
Package deal, we call that in the business.
18-5 for Woodbury to keep an eye on for those of you at home. Ponies will take this one. This is Earlbeck trying to string it forward. And here come the Ponies into the offensive zone. Getting there for Woodbury is Hupsch, as this one played up along the wall. Jammed free. Ponies keep it in. Work there by Ostrainer. That one catches glass. Now a race to the loose puck here as the Royals will go back to get it. Up through center. Good use of the stick from Hooten as she'll keep it in for the Ponies. Puck pops free to center and dumped into the corner.
We still have the din of the fog from the pregame festivities here.
That's right.
Lifts about mid-period, so we'll get through that.
Banked off the boards. Ponies stay on side here. It'll pop right back out, though. This here's Sadie Roth. Roth into the zone. That one deflects its way into the corner. 14:44 to go here in the first. And no score between Woodbury and Stillwater. Royals leading the shots on goal 2-0 here, though, very early in this one. Right at the blue line, played over. Player taken down, penalty coming here to the Ponies. I believe it's going to be a trip or a hook. And we will get a power play for
Take a look
Woodbury.
At the tail end of that there.
So the hooking call will go on Bryn Laska, the sophomore forward who has been off to a good start this year for Stillwater. Power play for Woodbury this year, 16.7% for the Royals. And the penalty kill for Stillwater is at about 76%. As the Royals will take this one, this is Lainey Ganetz. Fires that one high off the glass. Big rebound will go to her sister, Brooke, at the blue line as those two, the Gannett sisters, working the blue line here on this power play. Now this is Lainey Gannett's. We'll get it back along the wing. Backhand feed over it goes. Bricko, the shot hits the glass once more. And the Lainey Gannett's will pick it up again. Across it goes. This is Brooke Gannett's. Back for Lainey. She'll fire. Pad save. Rebound handled nicely by the Royals as they work back to the point. Shot there misses the mark. And Lainey Gannett's able to keep it in. Nice move to get around the defender. Here's Gannett's. Still moving in. Gets the shot and the save by Solnitsky. Good awareness there on that opportunity.
Well, Matt, you look at this game. You don't want to get into too big of a special teams fest. There's a good look off the side of the cage and a terrific save. 18% are the Royals on the power play. 77% for the Ponies on the PK.
Drop back below the goal line by Pulaski, the goaltender for Woodbury's. We continue along here in this first period. 40 seconds to go on the Woodbury power play. Royals in over the line here as they will take this one around the outside. Now back up to the blue line it goes. Second power play unit out for the Royals. This is Zhao. She'll swing it over. One-timer across, pad save. Solnitsky, really good look there for the Royals. So we take a look at this one more time on the replay. Woodbury starting to pile the shots on goal here now, 6-0. Across it goes now. Miller will swing it back, picked off by Stillwater, and they're finally able to get a clear on this penalty kill that is just about over. Job by the Ponies defense to hold there. Now Woodbury will take this loose puck as they swing it up the wall, finding the stick of Madison Mills. 12:20 to go in the first, still scoreless. We're back to even strength here. Now at the blue line, it'll bounce out through center where Lainey Gannett's will pick it up, and we're going to have too many skaters on the ice here, I believe, against Woodbury. They were right in the middle of a line change as that puck kind of bounced toward their bench. So I believe it will be the Ponies going on the power play this time. So we'll get a first look now at the power play for the Stillwater Ponies, and this is an area that they have struggled in so far this year. They have yet to score a power play goal this season through the first handful of games, and certainly would love to change that opportunity and get something going here. Back to the blue line it goes. Shot there is blocked on the attempt from Cheney, and Woodbury will play it forward. Here is Lainey Gannett's trying to cut in, knocked down. Puck will roll to Solnitsky, who will hold on. That was a good shorthanded look that time from the Royals. .139 to go on the Stillwater power play. The faceoff will be back in the Pony zone as Woodbury wins it. Fortunate bounce for Stillwater as it went off the official skate and dumped in here by Stillwater. Back behind the net, quickly flung up the boards, unable to hold is Earl Beck. Race to the loose puck, trying to jump on that one was Madison Boone. As the Ponies circle back into the neutral zone. This is Emma Chard holding on to this one as she was watched on the play. Back to the blue line it goes. Skitters wide of the net. Another opportunity from the Ponies. Takes a carom to neutral ice as it'll come back out through center. 55 seconds to go on the power play for Stillwater as it's picked off here at center. Here's Boone back into the zone as she'll dump it in. Come off for a change for Woodbury. Now picked up. Bryn Laska with a nice feed. She'll get it back through center. Laska in over the line. Dropped it back. Bit too far out of the reach there as Cheney will pick it up. and glide it over to the far boards now. Now Laska will fire this one in deep. Collision along the boards. Ganetz. Both Ganetzes in there to try and clear for Woodbury as it's kept in at the blue line. Woodbury will send it out as Karkula will play it D to D. Ponies enter back into the zone here. We're back just about to full strength. A couple of seconds left on that power play as we are now officially back to full strength. Karkula turn it over right in the slot. Just a bit too much for Haley Gronke, one of the captains here of this Royals team. Now from the point. That one misses the mark as Sadie Roth has it. Thrown toward the slot area and picked off there by the Ponies. They will clear this one down. No icing as that one deflected off a Woodbury player. 9:38 to go here in this fast-moving first period from the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. No score between Stillwater and Woodbury in this girls hockey matchup. Glad you could join us on KARE 11 Plus and MN Hockey TV. Matt Harrington and Pete Wagner with you here. Stillwater still with possession as they look for a player through center. Ostrander backhands it into the zone. Loose puck gathered in by Roth. There's Caitlin Roth, number 11 there on it for Woodbury. Puck worked out of the zone right in front of the Royals bench now as they work to move it forward. Ostrander right in the middle of a change it looked like. Now Rose. A turnover here as here come the Woodbury Royals. That one in behind the net. Sadie Roth backhander in front. Cleaned up nicely by the Ponies defense. As Emma Chard back into the zone with speed. Here's Chard trying to get this one off. Another backhander doesn't get through to the goaltender. Stillwater still without a shot on goal through the first half of this opening period. Ponies doing a nice job defensively, but a turnover here. Back to the blue line it goes. That one just missed the mark. Ponies still battling along the boards. Holland back in there for Woodbury. Shot from the point was quickly intercepted by Brooke Ganetz, who will skate it forward. Ganetz into the zone, protecting that puck. Ganetz now still with it. Back in front it goes. And Meter along the hash marks will pick it up. Ponies still unable to get something going there. Most of the power play for them had some opportunities. Loose puck now along the near side wall. Finally broken free and played forward. Here's McKenna Miller. Miller protecting that puck around the outside. Miller still with it here. Battling in the corner and behind the net.
Matt, this is almost 4 minutes of nonstop action.
It is indeed, not allowing you to speak very much here.
I'm good.
Back behind the Woodbury net now. Ponies still with it. Pass toward the slot was picked off as Haley Gronke comes forward now for Woodbury. Back into the zone. Ponies still with it now. Under 7 minutes to play as the clock continues to tick away here in this first. One-timer from the point. Deflects, and Solnitsky had to go upstairs. Nice stop by her as she saw that deflection all the way. Makes a nice save. Seven nothing your shots. Make that 8-0 now after this pad save from Solnitsky. Ponies have been a very strong defensive team this year, allowing right at about 3 goals per game. A lot of their games tend to be of the low-scoring style, and that's what we've gotten so far here in the first. Nobody able to crack the score sheet so far. Bricko took a tumble there for Woodbury on the entry, so Stillwater will use that to break through center. And now Brooke Ganetz trying to cross paths there as it was picked off by Kelsey Rose. Now Rose pressured along the boards. Ganetz comes in to assist for Woodbury. Now an opportunity. Save made there. First time we've said that tonight for Pulaski. Not sure if that'll even count towards a shot on goal as Caitlin Roth skates forward. Here's Roth right in for Solnitsky, who makes the save. No problem there for goaltender Solnitsky. .542 left to go here in this first period. Woodbury 5-0-1, looking to stay unbeaten. Now a 2-on-1 for the Ponies. Here they come into the zone. Pass over and a tip just wide. What a great look there from Emma Chard to get the game's first goal, but unable to do so on that opportunity. Now Haley Olsen in there as well, back to the blue line. Here's Reardon with the shot. Get a body on the way through. And back to the blue line once more as Reardon will elect to go down into the corner. Now up along the boards. Forced out there. This is Hackler on it for Stillwater. Bryn Laska took a tumble there. As it's played up the boards now by Woodbury. This is Meter. Stolen away by the Ponies. As they get this one in over the line. Drop back at the hash marks. It'll go behind the net now. Laska will meet in the corner with Meter for their respective teams. Now pinching in along the blue line. Reardon desperate to keep it in, unable to do so as Meter takes it forward. Now Natalie Meter cutting to the front. It'll roll to Solnitsky, who will make the save. With 4:19 to go here in this opening period. Shots on goal, 10-0 in favor of the Woodbury Royals. First of two Hockey Night Minnesota games this week. The next one will be on Saturday. Solnitsky makes another glove stop there. We will be right back in this very building on Saturday, actually, as the Mahtomedi Zephyrs boys team will host the Hermantown Hawks. Backhander toward the front. Oh, they score! It went right through the 5-hole. And Lainey Ganetz, I believe, is going to get credit for this one as Woodbury strikes first, 1-0. So quick developing play. That was right off the face-off. And on their 12th shot of the game, Woodbury finally has their first goal. Now here's Hooten. Had that one blocked. It'll roll. Oh, loose puck for a moment before being cleared. Karkula now turned it over. Back into the zone come the Royals. The shot from the wing deflects into the netting and out of play. So Lainey Ganetz, the junior, with another goal to what has already been a very solid season for her up to this point. That is her 9th goal of the year. Continues to remain in the team lead as the Ponies will take it now into the offensive end. Spun back along the wall. Now to the near side it goes. Reardon able to keep it in for Stillwater. Nice pass, and that one missed the mark from the Ponies. They've had some looks, certainly, as they will gather now at center. Hackler into the zone. Woodbury will back in this one up the boards. Clearance attempt deflects off a stick. It'll come out to the zone. And dumped in as the goaltender Pulaski will leave it here for Woodbury. Pass up along the wing. Does not connect. Off a skate, delayed offside for the Royals, who will tag up. Stillwater, 2-on-2 into the zone. Shut down quickly by Woodbury. Jumping on it here are the Ponies as it's dumped in off the stick of the senior defender, Alexis Ryberg. Into the corner it goes now. protected by Olsen. Woodbury will take that one away as it's muscled in deep there by Brooke Ganetz. Ponies have it. McGlynn looking to clear for Stillwater. Puck loose in the slot, trying to pull the trigger. Nice work defensively from McGlynn there to recover as we hit the 2-minute mark remaining now, just about in this first period. 1-0 your score in favor of the Woodbury Royals, looking for their first win over Stillwater in a long time. I went back on the Girls Hockey Hub to try and find the last time that happened. And I had to go way back, and unless I missed something, it's been at least 13 years since Woodbury has beaten Stillwater. Of course, they tied last season. That was the closest they've gotten. And trying to do something major here tonight.
I mean, that's not a loss.
It's not. It's a good point, as it's cleared down the ice.
It's not a win either.
Icing here against Stillwater. Of course, last year had some wild results between these two teams. Of course, you had the 6-6 tie, but then Stillwater also won a game 6-0. And then in the playoffs, Stillwater ultimately beat Woodbury 4-2. Of course, that was in the semifinal. Ponies ended up making it to the section final before losing to the Hill Murray Pioneers. And here come the Ponies back into the offensive zone now. Hackler to the blue line it comes. Karkula able to keep it in. And the Royals will take it. Here's Gronke. 1 minute to go now in this first period. That has been dominated by the Woodbury Royals. Scoreboard still close. But as I mentioned, no shots on goal still officially for Stillwater. Oh, nifty move here. Scores! Oh my, mark the tape. Brooke Ganetz, a highlight reel goal, and it's 2-0. My goodness, let's watch this one more time, Pete Wagoner. See the toe drag move to get around the defender, and I can almost guarantee you that will be on our Inside the Bubble top 10 plays of the week.
Top 10. You already looked at me, said mark it.
I knew it right
Should I
away.
go right to the spreadsheet there for?
We might have to. Wow, that was
little on-air production meeting there.
That was a beautiful goal by Brooke Ganetz. And so both Ganetz sisters have come to play here in this early evening matchup against the Stillwater Ponies. Offside here, 26.2 to go. So we'll get the neutral zone face-off here. That one flipped out now through center. And the Royals try to get it in deep one more time. Here comes Stillwater, looking for one last chance. Hooten will throw it wide of the mark. Pulaski will push it back behind the cage. And that will do it for the first period of play. It took a little bit for the Ponies to get going, or rather the Royals, but they lead 2-0. And how about this? No shots on goal for Stillwater in the first. They have been stuck in their own end quite a bit, Pete Wagner.
It's absolutely a great formula if you want to win on the road, as you limit the shots on goal. One scoring chance, that was that nice deflection down low by Cheney that trickled just wide of the mark. But 15-0 shots on goal, and the ice started to tilt as that period wore on. One penalty each power play 0 for 1 on the season, or on the game rather. And we will have a look at both of the goals and much more coming up for you as we continue your high school hockey right here on the KARE 11 Game of the Week.
What's your water score? Find out with a free water analysis during the Aquarius Mega Sale. And save up to 25% off when you upgrade to Kinetico, the world's most efficient water treatment system. Aquarius Home Services, earning the right to be recommended.
Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. Protect your boats and recreational vehicles with FVP RV and Marine Antifreeze. It has burst-proof protection down to negative 50 degrees, keeping you protected against freezing temperatures. Get a gallon for $2.49 after rebate. Attract a variety of songbirds and cardinals to your feeder with Enchanted Gardens Cardinal Mix. It's a blend of nutritious seeds that keeps birds coming back. Get a bag for $15.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Taco John's queso is back, and it's so good you could drink it. Well, you could, but it's better on fried chicken tacos. This cheesy queso boss burrito should quench your thirst for that Hatch chili kick. Creamy 3-cheese queso is good enough to drink, but better on nachos. Our whole menu is just waiting to be dipped or dunked. So even though it's so good you could drink it, forget it. Get me a straw. The ultimate queso takeover is back at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Welcome back to Hockey Night Minnesota here on KARE 11 Plus and MNHockey.tv. We're going to take you through a quick game recap. We'll also look at some of the other games across the state of hockey on this Tuesday evening. 2 goals in the first period. The first one from Lainey Ganetz. That came with about 5 or so minutes left, as we'll watch that on your screen. Just snuck through the 5-hole right off the face-off. Get it to the net. Good things happen there. And then you had Brooke Ganetz, her twin sister and fellow UMD commit, with this beautiful goal. Let's take a look at this one more time. Just a great move there on the toe drag from Brooke Ganetz. She buries it, and Woodbury leads 2-0 after 2 goals, one from each of the Ganetz sisters. We'll look ahead to some games tonight on the girls' side, and there are some good ones, which you can watch, of course, a handful of them on our MNHockey.tv network. Alexandria at Minnetonka, that's a 7 p.m. start. Edina visiting North Wright County in a late conference matchup. Bill Murray at South St. Paul. And then Holy Angels at Orono. That should be a great game as well. Mound West Tonka, Southwest Christian visiting Blake. That could be what I like to call a trap game for the Whitehawks in that one. And then Proctor Hermantown at Delano Rockford. Tough game there as well for the Mirage, taking on the Tigers. Elk River hosting, or rather Maple Grove hosting Elk River. And Those are some of your other big games tonight. Oh, and then East Grand Forks and Fergus Falls. That should be a good one as well. So those are some other big games tonight on the girls' side.
Well, we get a little crazy train right here.
We do.
Thought of you immediately when I heard that.
It's like we're at the state
Should we
tournament.
let
all
our
over
listeners in on the little joke?
again. Sure, why not?
Go ahead.
That is what we think is the most overplayed song at the state tournament by
No
the bands.
question. I mean, it's undoubtable, isn't it?
And they like to sing the I.
Is the band coming with it right now?
No,
Oh, no.
it's not Crazy Train, but
That would be amazing if they did. That would be right on cue, wouldn't it?
it would. Some boys matchups tonight, of course. As I mentioned, Stillwater. The boys are going to be on the ice right after this one gets over. They will take on Eden Prairie. That should be a good game. Your very own Pete Wagner will be on the call for that one. I know you're looking forward to that, Pete. Centennial at Wyzetta, Blake at Totino Grace. Both those games available on our network. And then we've also got some other ones as well. Intriguing matchups to look forward to tonight. Benilde St. Margaret's visiting Armstrong Cooper. And also Egan at Eastview. And finally, there was one I was looking at earlier. Oh, yes, Lakeville South at Lakeville North. 7 p.m. puck drop there. So there's normally what we would term as our out-of-town scoreboard. Well, this is about the only game going this early, so...
Yeah, and you know what? If we had a place for the JV scores that were stored, believe me, we would be all over it.
So 2-0 your score. Woodbury and Stillwater, the Royals looking for their first win over the Ponies in a long time. They're on pace to do so right now, but a 2-0 lead for the Royals. We'll step aside again for just a couple more minutes. When we come back, we'll have the start of period number 2 here on KR11 Plus and TV. It's Hockey Night in Minnesota. We'll be right back right after this.
What's your water score? Find out with a free water analysis during the Aquarius Mega Sale. And save up to 25% off when you upgrade to Connecticut, the world's most efficient water treatment system. Aquarius Home Services, earning the right to be recommended.
Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. Protect your boats and recreational vehicles with FVP RV and Marine Antifreeze. It has burst-proof protection down to negative 50 degrees, keeping you protected against freezing temperatures. Get a gallon for $2.49 after rebate. Attract a variety of songbirds and cardinals to your feeder with Enchanted Gardens Cardinal Mix. It's a blend of nutritious seeds that keeps birds coming back. Get a bag for $15.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At True Stone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a True Stone checking account. It's true, because we're True Stone.
Taco John's queso is back, and it's so good you could drink it. Well, you could, but it's better on fried chicken tacos. This cheesy queso boss burrito should quench your thirst for that Hatch chili kick. Creamy 3-cheese queso is good enough to drink, but better on nachos. Our whole menu is just waiting to be dipped or dunked. So even though it's so good you could drink it, forget it. Get me a straw. The ultimate queso takeover is back at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Welcome back here to Hockey Night Minnesota. Just about ready to go for the second period. Before we do, let's take a look at the matchup stats for these teams entering tonight's contest. As you see, goals per game very high for the Woodbury Royals, averaging 5.67 goals per game. And the penalty kill for the Royals has been very good as well, 95.5%. Goals against, 1.17 for Woodbury, 3.0 for Stillwater. And that power play, of course, 0%. Certainly, I'm sure that head coach Tim Morris in his first year would love to see that number go up as we are underway with the second period. 2-0 for Woodbury. Goals from each of the Gannett's twins, Brooke and Laney, with a goal in that opening frame for Woodbury. As the Ponies will direct traffic behind the net here to begin this second period of play. Still looking for their first shot on goal is Stillwater. Outshot 15-0 in that opening period. Delayed offside here on Brooke Gannett's as we will stop the clock. Early start tonight as the boys will be playing at 7 o'clock against the Eden Prairie Eagles. Little East Metro versus West Metro action there. Up to the point it goes. The shot from Gannett's rattles on goal. Good save by the goaltender Solnitsky. Now flip through center. Could be a break for Stillwater. Barthélemy. Nice job defensively from the Royals as they are able to poke that one out. Now Woodbury will move this one over the blue line. Drop back behind the net as Reardon will play it here for the Ponies. Out of the blue line it comes, or the Hatches rather. Woodbury able to keep it in for a moment as it's finally forced out. And an icing call against Stillwater will go back down to their end. Off the face-off, Ponies will take it. Olsen with the stretch pass here as it's forced out through center. That one just a bit too far out of the reach of Caitlin Roth. And now played back into the zone. Here comes Stillwater. Good shutdown effort there from Hughes. To the blue line it comes. That one just came out of the zone. McGlynn tried to keep it in, but unable to do so. 14:52 to go here in the second, and Stillwater does now officially have a shot on goal in this game. Score still remains 2-0 though. Friendly bounce for the Ponies, and they are right back in this game here, depending on how things shake out. Offside at the blue line stops the clock with 14:45 to go in the second period. Nifty move here by Hooten, and a 2-on-1 developing. Here's Hooten, takes it herself. And a good save made by Pulaski. As Woodbury will force it back out. This is Alexa Bricko. Now Gannett's to the front, backhanded wide. Give and go behind the net, trying to tuck it in on Solnitsky as she stood tall there. And forced out by the Ponies. Now Brooke Gannett's, who had that highlight reel goal back in period number 1. Gannett's holding it. Delaney Gannett's pad save by Solnitsky. Back into the Royal zone. As they will force it out. Laney Gannett's through center. And flip back into the defensive zone. Earl Beck looking to start the charge here for the Ponies. Pass to Barthélemy, just a bit out of her reach. And as a result, we'll get an icing here, 13:35 to go in the second period. Want to remind folks that you can now play a part in Inside the Bubble. If you want to get your top plays of the week submitted, you see a great goal like you did here tonight earlier from Brooke Ganetz, you can use hashtag Inside the Bubble Top 10 on social media. Or, of course, you can DM us or tag us on your posts. You
Look
can
at
find
you.
us at MN Hockey TV.
Matt just increasing the DMs. Just loves it. Don't you?
Love to see the top plays. So
Right.
send them our way, and we'll make sure to take them into consideration, certainly, for our Inside the Bubble program, which you can find right here on KARE 11 Plus on Sunday nights at 10 p.m. for now. And then once football season is over, we'll go to 10:30 p.m. local time. Ponies still working with it here in the defensive end. Forced up the boards. As Brooke Ganetz, that is, will slap it to the far boards. Hupsch now to the wing, thrown to the front, and Solnitsky with a good save for the Ponies. 12:29 to go now in the second. Solnitsky has been a big reason why the Ponies have allowed less than 3 goals per game, or right about at the 3-goal mark, I should say. Ponies looking to get back on track. They lost their last time out to Park of Cottage Grove. Loose puck, and they score! On the rebound, the Royals add another, and it's 3-0.
Rebound goals are always a good thing, and I love redirects and rebounds because that means players are in areas where I call it as the area of courage, down low in front of the goal mouth area. You need to pay the price. They did just that, and Woodbury opens up a 3-0 lead, just kind of like slowly taking control of this game as we move into the second.
That is Caitlin Roth, who is going to get credit for the goal. And so the Royals, as you mentioned, Pete, have opened it up a little bit here. 3-0 now your score as we continue along in this second period. It's been a fast-moving game so far for both teams. Just want to roll to Solnitsky, who did not have it fully, but the official blows it dead. 11:49 to go in the second period. Off the face-off, Woodbury wins it. And Stillwater will force it out. Audrey Hackler trying to get it loose as it went off a skate in the slot area. Quick developing play there for Stillwater, but nothing doing. This is Haley Olsen in the corner. Loose puck behind the net now, poked away by Brooke Ganetz. And she will glide it forward now for the Ponies, or rather the Royals. Ganetz's shot misses the mark. She'll come off for a change. Rest of the forward line will stay out there. Now Olsen for Stillwater. Jams it down into the corner where it's taken by the Royals. Now the stretch pass just a bit too far out of the reach. Karkula battling to keep it alive at neutral ice, and it will be a 3-on-3 into the zone. Chard had it poked away. Good recovery by Boone. Stretch pass as they find Meter. Natalie Meter. Blocker save made by Solnitsky as that one will deflect out of play.
That was a great, great save there as Haley Solnitsky came out and greeted the shot, fired the blocker. All good there.
I like that term, greeted the shot. I think that's a good way to describe it. Step up in your crease a little bit there. Ponies looking to make something happen here at center as Chard will lay it off at the line. Chance into the zone as it's spun away, and now a chance for Woodbury as it's backhanded through center. This is Miller. Nice move. Miller over the top. Oh, that would have been another highlight reel goal perhaps for the Royals, but it was just sent high and cleared down the length of the ice. And it's poked down into the corner. Madison Mills had her pocket picked there on the exit attempt. Referee emphatically waving that one onside as it's dropped back for Stillwater. McGlynn go D to D here for the Ponies, and now Reardon broken up. Here's a chance for Woodbury in alone. Solnitsky with another good save. Time continuing to tick away, almost at the halfway mark of this hockey game. It was Sadie Roth with the last high-quality look for the Royals. Now along the boards. Ostrander still trying to clear. Finally dug out by the Ponies. And Ostrander will send it in deep. This was a tired group out there for the Ponies. And so they will change things up. Now Roth hands it off near center ice, right in front of the Woodbury bench. And now Olsen taking it into the zone. Off the glass it goes and up to the wall. Right near the hash marks. Reaching out the stick to play it was Hupsch. And back up to the blue line. Now trickle wide of the goaltender Pulaski. Royals try to clear. And that one will go to neutral ice as it's gathered by Erlbeck. And we'll get a stoppage of play here with 8:11 to go in the second period. The good news for the Ponies is they are finally in the shots on goal department. They have 2 credited officially to them at this point. These teams will meet again in January out at the M Health Fairview Sports Center. That will be on January 18th, a Saturday night primetime game between these two clubs. Flip back in deep as it is Laney Ganetz to pick it up now for Woodbury. Ganetz dances through center. Ganetz all the way around the outside, still holding it. Was her shot blocked there. And back up to the blue line it goes. Now handed back off. This is Brooke Ganetz. Oh, it took an awful bounce for the Ponies, and it goes into the back of the net. That is a tough one to give up, and it's 4-0. We'll watch this again. I believe this went right off the defender sticking in. I believe officially the goal is going to go to Brooke Ganetz, but that is a tough one there. So it's 4-0. Brooke Ganetz will get credit, I believe. We'll wait for the official word in just a moment. And it is Brooke Ganetz with the goal. Madison Mills picking up the primary assist on that goal. Now picked up by Woodbury again as it's backhanded in deep. Now off the boards. Look out. That one goes right into the Royal bench and out of play. So 6:35 to go here in the second. 4-0 now the lead for these Woodbury Royals. You know, Pete, we were talking earlier about how long it's been since Woodbury has beaten Stillwater. I think it really goes to show how far this Woodbury program has come over the last couple of years. They set a program record with 20 wins last year. There's a lot to look forward to with this group this season. See if they can continue that throughout the course of the year. Of course, they are in the KARE 11 top 11 right now, ranked number 9 in girls AA. Bring back their top 5 leading scorers from a season ago, and it's really the complete opposite on the Stillwater side. It was a team that lost Josie St. Martin, Josie Lang, Addie Finn, among others, for the Stillwater team departing. And of course, you have a new head coach in Tim Morris this year, as Annie Cashman departing for Tim Morris. So new look Ponies team. It's going to take some time, certainly, for them to gel and find their groove. Good save made here from the goaltender Pulaski. That is the 3rd shot on goal. We continue along here, though, in the second. On KARE 11 Plus and the KARE 11 streaming apps, as well as MN Hockey TV. Chance for Woodbury shut down by the good stick of Karkula. Now Stillwater will play it forward, 2-on-2, potentially into the zone. Thrown to the front, nicely protected there as it's cleared out. McGlynn retrieves that pass and will play it forward back into the zone. Rose. Down low into the corner. Tough bounce there for Woodbury. Stillwater still with possession down low into the corner. That was Rose battling there. Still working for the Ponies. This one goes across. Rose jumps on the loose puck. Back to the blue line. And they score! Oh, that took a tough bounce. Very similar to what we saw earlier. And the Ponies are on the board. It's 4-1. And big goal there. Believe that is McGlynn who's going to get credit for it. And so Stillwater finally gets some life. Not sure if that officially bounced in off a defender or not. And I believe McGlynn will get her first varsity goal officially if that stands. So McGlynn with the big goal there. That will certainly give her team some life after what's been a .352 to go in the first, as Olsen will continue to move forward for Stillwater. Bounce near the face-off circle. Glove save there by Pulaski. 5th shot of the game for Stillwater. Now to the blue line. Broken up by Lainey Ganetz, who will force it out of the zone. Here's Woodbury. Up along the far boards and forced away from the play there. Now Boone Nice hard pass over. Gannett's pad save made by Solnitsky. It'll be cleared down the length of the ice. And an icing call here against the Stillwater Ponies. 2:56 to go in this second period. Up to the blue line and back down low it goes. Stillwater boys team in the house getting ready. They'll be here at 7 o'clock. More on that later. Here's Hooten now. Slides it over. What a pass. Great save by Pulaski. And a high quality look for the Ponies. That was probably their best chance of the game right there. We'll look at this one more time. What a pass from Hooten. Just enough on the tape to get a good look. Stops the clock with 2:35 remaining in the second period. Now a loose puck taken in the corner and up to the blue line. Shot there, caught the side of the net. Now backhanded forward by Woodbury as they'll play it into the offensive zone. Try to be batted down there by McKenna Miller. Here come the Royals back into the zone. Now Miller nudged off the puck by McGlynn, who's got the goal for Stillwater. Now played forward by the Ponies. 1:44 to go in the period. Turned over. Ostrander outnumbered here. She'll just dump this one into the corner as it's backhanded up the wall. And Woodbury. Oh, goodness. That one went right into the Royals net, almost taking out Haley Gronke. Good to see that she is okay. So with 1:21 to go, we get a stoppage of play. Faceoff will be at center ice. Woodbury and Stillwater in this Suburban East matchup. As I mentioned, these teams played 3 times each of the last 2 seasons they have met in these section playoffs. Woodbury did tie Stillwater last year 6-6. They have not won it in many years against their longtime conference rivals. Off the face-off now. Laska after the loose puck. 1 minute to go in the period. Laska with the pass over as it's broken up there. Hooten tried to get the second goal of the game for the Ponies. And now raced forward by Gannett's. Now Hooten trying to find the loose stick of a teammate. And Brooke Gannett's into the zone. Gannett's tried to get the shot off, just fanned on it there. And another stoppage with 22.5 to go. It's been the Gannett show here tonight. Brooke has 2 goals, Laney has 1 officially right now. Final seconds of period 2. And Olsen will play it forward. Cross it goes. Now Cheney does not get it through. Cleared down in the second period, comes to a close. 4-1 the lead for the Woodbury Royals. The Ponies do get an important goal on the board, but they still trail by 3 here through 2 periods of play. Brookenettes with 2 goals, 1 in each period. And Woodbury in a strong position to try and get a big win over their rival in Stillwater. We'll step aside here on KARE 11 Plus. I'm Ben Harrington alongside Pete Wagoner. We'll be back right after this.
What's your water score? Find out with a free water analysis during the Aquarius Mega Sale. And save up to 25% off when you upgrade to Connecticut, the world's most efficient water treatment system. Aquarius Home Services, earning the right to be recommended.
Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. Protect your boats and recreational vehicles with FVP RV and Marine Antifreeze. It has burst-proof protection down to negative 50 degrees, keeping you protected against freezing temperatures. Get a gallon for $2.49 after rebate. Attract a variety of songbirds and cardinals to your feeder with Enchanted Gardens Cardinal Mix. It's a blend of nutritious seeds that keeps birds coming back. Get a bag for $15.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
Taco John's queso is back, and it's so good you could drink it. Well, you could, but it's better on fried chicken tacos. This cheesy queso boss burrito should quench your thirst for that Hatch chili kick. Creamy 3-cheese queso is good enough to drink, but better on nachos. Our whole menu is just waiting to be dipped or dunked. So even though it's so good you could drink it, forget it. Get me a straw. The ultimate queso takeover is back at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
And we welcome you back to the St. Croix Valley Rec Center, where the score is 4-1 in favor of the Woodbury Royals over the Stillwater Ponies through 2 periods of play. We'll see what we get from these teams in this 3rd period. Goal scorers for Woodbury in this one: 2 from Brooke Ganetz, 1 from Caitlin Roth, 1 from Lainey Ganetz. And for the Stillwater Ponies, the only goal for them in this game scored by Ann McGlynn, the senior defender, who I believe officially scored her first varsity goal. So congratulations to her on that accomplishment. Always fun to get your first. I want to remind you that the 3rd period here brought to you by Quench Hydration. As we get ready for the final period of regulation, the Stillwater boys team is in the house. They will be dropping the puck in about 40 minutes, maybe a little bit later, as Pete Wagner will be looking forward to calling the action for you live on MNHockey.tv. Very busy Pete Wagner, as we know, a jack of all trades here at MN Hockey TV. The hardest working man in this media market. I'm 100% positive of that, as we are underway with the 3rd period. This one gets down the ice. No icing. Foot race to the loose puck here as Ganetz tried to throw it to the front. Took a hard tumble on that attempt there for the Royals. Now back to the blue line. It's going to go down the length of the ice. No icing. Officials letting them play here to begin this 3rd period. Now Mills up the boards as it's taken forward by Stillwater. Up ahead it goes. Charge shot goes wide. Oh, look out. Tough collision into the wall there. I believe the skate of Mills got caught with a Stillwater player. Now behind the net. Up to the blue line once more. Ganetz battling there. Can't pull the trigger though, as it's forced out by Barthélemy. Now the pass bounces forward. Taken into the zone by Woodbury. And his pass off to the wing. Jammed there by Rose, who stepped in front of it. Solninski makes another save as it goes off the glass on the rebound. Now to the hash marks. Back to the blue line. Good keep by Woodbury. That was Jocelyn Hupsch. And this one will go into the crowd and out of play. 15:06 to go in this 3rd and final period of regulation. Off the face-off. Drive from the point, kicked away there by Solninski. Try to be batted down. Instead, Stillwater will take it. As McKenzie will send it in deep, wearing the captain's C on the shoulder for Stillwater. As Woodbury collects this puck. Stretch pass goes too far. And icing against the Royals. Back down to their end. I want to remind you, we'll be back here at this very venue on Saturday for Matamidi hosting Hermantown boys hockey. Hockey Night Minnesota matinee edition. 12:45 p.m. start here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. And looking forward to that one. Of course, the Hawks moved up to number 2. There's a move at center that's shut down by the good stick work of Ryberg. Here's a chance, and it does not go. Solnitsky was trying to haul it in with the glove. It was still loose. Great looking opportunity for Woodbury to add another, but unable to do so. As Ganetz will slap this one in. Delayed offside. So even if that did go in, it wouldn't have counted. Now Hooten over the boards. Or rather the red line. Across, Solnitsky the save, and no rebound. Excellent stop from Solnitsky. That is her 29th of the day. Her 30th shot, 26th save for Solnitsky, who continues to impress despite the scoreboard being 4-1 in favor of Woodbury. Along the near side wall now, Barthelemy shot sails high over the goaltender Pulaski. Ponies once again back to the point. As it goes down low into the corner. Off a stick, so no icing here. Now back it goes as Woodbury will play it through center. Good speed by Brooke Ganetz looking for the hat trick. That one's blocked by a teammate. There was all sorts of chaos, and they score. There's another goal for the Royals. After all the chaos in front of the goal, the Royals add another. It's 5-1. As we watch this one more time, I believe the sophomore forward McKenna Miller will get credit for that goal for Woodbury. And so Miller makes it a 5-1 game here with 12:22 remaining in this second period of play. Or third period, pardon me. Woodbury, of course, trying to stay unbeaten here. 5-0-1 to start the year. The schedule for the Royals after this coming up. We will look at both teams in their road ahead over the next couple of weeks before we start talking about Christmas and the Christmas holiday, of course. Some holiday tournaments thrown in there. For the Royals, they will host Cretin-Derham Hall on Thursday. And then at Holy Angels this Saturday. That is a game you can find on our network, and that will be a good test for the Royals against one of the top-ranked teams in Class A in Holy Angels. Shot from the point here. Scramble in front. Cleared to the blue line. And now McGlynn trying to find the stick of Emma Chard as she battles for it for Stillwater. And down low into the corner. Bounces to the goaltender who will hold on. So 11-12 now to go in this third period of play. We'll look ahead at the Stillwater schedule here in just a moment. I apologize. I misread the schedule for Woodbury. I was looking at their girls or their boys schedule. The girls do not play Holy Angels, although if they did, that would certainly be a great game. Here's Gronke off the glass. Down into the corner. And D-to-D it goes. Now up the wing. Ponies trying to get something going offensively. And a nice pass connects with Lainey Ganetz. Oh, what a move and a glove save by Solnitsky. Boy, both players making spectacular plays there, Pete Wagner.
Man, I love a good glove save. I got one. Between the multitasking here, I saw that opportunity and I got the big eyes. And she's been really good here tonight.
Absolutely, she has. Already with a goal. Of course, her sister Brooke has a couple of tallies as well.
I was talking about the goalie.
Well, she's had a good game too.
Thank you.
She's had a very good game. That save percentage north of 900. Whistle here, I believe a penalty coming to the Ponies. It's going to be a trip on Audrey Hackler, who will go to the box for Stillwater to power play for Woodbury. So off the face-off, 9:52 to go in regulation. Here comes Rose, who gets crunched up along the boards. That's a penalty to Woodbury. And that will negate the rest of that power play. 1:44 to go on it. So we'll play some 4-on-4. Open this ice up a little bit more. Looking, though, at the correct Woodbury schedule for the girls, they will take on Eastridge this Saturday at home. And how about this? If things work out properly, next Tuesday they visit Forest Lake. Potential for both teams to be undefeated. The Forest Lake Rangers have been kind of the surprise team in AA this year. They're off to a 5-0 start. Certainly getting some looks, I know, from our Care 11 Top 11 committee are the Forest Lake Rangers.
The committee is dialed in.
Pass across to the far boards. Shot from the wing, off the post. Oh, it was sitting there in the slot.
Out of Doily.
What a great look there for Woodbury. Now Solnitsky again, still loose, and she's got it. Took a while for the official to blow the whistle, but he does, and we get a pause in the action. .848 to go in the third. Shots are 35-7. A little bit less lopsided in the second period than it was in the first. I believe 11-5 in favor of Woodbury. Now Boone able to pick it off for the Royals. Keeps it alive, and the glove save made by Solnitsky, who will hold once again for another whistle. Reminder to the Stillwater fans out there, the Ponies boys team will be in action here in about half hour on this same sheet of ice. If you have an MN Hockey TV subscription, or if you don't, go and sign up. You can listen to the very talented Pete Wagner call the action tonight.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Icing here against the Royals, 8:10 to go. Should be an intriguing game in that one too for the boys. They take on a rejuvenated Eden Prairie team is what I would like to say, maybe.
CeeLo. Wow. Wow, this takes
Hopefully
me
the
back
clean
to,
version.
This takes, whoa, whoa. This takes you back to circa like 2000.
Yeah, it does.
No, how about each team is averaging 7 goals, well, one game for Eden Prairie sample size, but 7 goals a game, goals for coming in.
Could be a
I mean,
high-flying affair tonight.
could be here all night. And
Well-
why not?
Of course, Greg Zanin, the head coach of the Ponies boys team.
One thing the Pony boys are going to want to do is shore up that 54.5% PK. I don't
A lot
think
of
Greg
season
Zanin,
left.
a PK specialist in his days, is going to be digging that number too much.
Of course, Zanin, former member of the Minnesota Wild. Oh, a chance here from Boone. That comes off. Of course, had a legendary college career at Nebraska Omaha.
You cannot get a more committed person to the Stillwater Pony Boys High School program. It's so impressive.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's his daughter out there as well. Elena,
Yes.
wearing number 3 for the Ponies. Getting
Right
some ice
D.
time here. $7:12 left to go. 5-1 lead for Woodbury. Stillwater, though, looking to get another one on the board here as it's chopped at and sent wide. Loose puck. Kelsey Rose trying to grab it. And Woodbury will now play it up through center. It's stick work by Barthélemy. Going off the post, it sounded like there. Now back to the blue line where it's mishandled by McGlynn. She got taken down. Penalty coming here to Woodbury as a little bit too physical along the near side boards. I believe it's going to be a roughing call here, and it will be on the junior, Caitlin Roth. So another chance for Stillwater on the power play. As I mentioned, still looking for their first power play goal of the season. Would love to get one here, I'm sure. 6:37 left to go. As Roth is in the box for roughing for Woodbury. Stillwater setting up their power plays. They go back to the blue line. Now across. Earlbeck had her shot blocked that time. Now Earlbeck, another opportunity. Back to the blue line it goes. Over for Earlbeck. Her shot blocked, and now could be a break. Here's Lainey Ganetz on a breakaway. Ganetz stopped by Solnitsky. Good pad save there from Haley Solnitsky. Another opportunity is denied. Woodbury shorthanded here, creating some offensive chances. 1:13 to go on the power play. Ponies finally able to force it out. Bryn Laska had it for a moment before it was knocked away. Now Laska battling with a couple other players in front of the Royals bench as they continue to jam away. Now McKenzie will swing it over. Stillwater back into the zone. Poked at there by Madison Mills. Broken up. Now Boone will send it off the glass and down the ice. 5:15 to go here in the third, 36 seconds on the power play. For the Ponies, Olsen has it, looking for McKenzie. That one up in the air, just wide of the goaltender Pulaski. One hit the official skate. Fortunate bounce for Woodbury. No icing here. Brookinets will leave it back here for Meter. Now Meter back for Brookinets. Royals back to full strength. And offside. Late whistle there. But it is called. And that will stop the clock with 4:34 to go in this third period. But looking at the schedule for Woodbury, they have Eastridge, Forest Lake, Cretin-Aram Hall, Gentry Academy, and White Bear Lake coming up. So all those games, conference games, except for the Gentry game. Pad save here by Pulaski. Rebound. Another chance. Rose tried to get the rebound and was taken down in front. Cleared down the length of the ice here. Of course, there will be some tough games coming up here too for Woodbury down the pipe as they, at the end of January, will go to Benilde St. Margaret's and then they will host Centennial Spring Lake Park. So they've beefed up their schedule a little bit certainly here. Under 4 minutes now to play in regulation. And Stillwater will take on the Forest Lake Rangers here on Thursday. And then Roseville, Mahtomedi, and Eastridge. So a lot of Suburban East play for these teams coming up. So we're starting to get to that point in the year where we get to conference play pretty continuously for the girls' season. Royals will skate it forward now, 3-on-2 into the zone, and a little trouble there for Woodbury as they will be offside. .323 to go in this one. And even though the shots are pretty lopsided, Stillwater has been much better over the course of the, I would say, last period and a half or so. As that will be their 10th shot on goal. Another save made by Pulaski. They're getting opportunities toward the front, things that were not happening in the first period. Tipped just wide by Bryn Laska, who was setting up shop there for the Ponies. Back to the blue line. Some good puck movement here by Stillwater. Laska tried to settle it down. It was out of her reach with 2:54 to go. Drop back by Pulaski. Now up the boards as Boone will play it ahead. Here's Meter. Has Boone with her at the far boards. Keeps it alive. Took a tumble there. Back on her feet. As Boone has it behind the net. Back to the blue line, and it comes loose. As the Royals will hit the reset button here. Good forechecking pressure from Hooten. Back into the zone. Miller looking for Boone at the far side. Unable to connect. As it's knifed in there by Hollenbach. Or rather, Hollenbach trying to collect for Woodbury. Now to the blue line for Stillwater. Shot there, hit some bodies in front. Loose puck will be taken and flung around the near side wall as it's played out in Carroll. We'll go D to D here for Stillwater. Out of the reach of Olsen as we continue on here. Under 2 minutes to play in regulation. Up to the line where it is narrowly kept in there. Ponies looking to salvage something of this game late. Nice pass over, and Olsen just couldn't handle that opportunity. Now McGlynn looking for another goal here. Had it knocked away. 3-on-2 for Woodbury now. Into the offensive end. Pass goes over. Gronke shut down along the boards by Elena Zanin. As we now have 1 minute to go of regulation time. Woodbury going to be on their way to their 6th win of the season in 7 games. 6-0-1 start for the Royals, and the Ponies will fall to 2-4-1. With 33 seconds to go, Woodbury still with possession here. Ganetz, that one up in the air, settled down. Player got dumped in front of the net there for Stillwater. And played for it. Rose in over the line now for Stillwater. Takes some contact along the wall. Jocelyn Hupes in there as well. 2 seconds to go, and that will do it as the Woodbury Royals, for the first time in a long time, have defeated their rival, the Stillwater Ponies. A 5-1 final score here tonight. Big night for the Gannett sisters, who combined for 3 of the 5 goals. Caitlin Roth and McKenna Miller, the other goal scorers tonight for Woodbury. Final shots on goal, 38-12 in favor of Woodbury. And Pete, this is a win. Get over your rival can certainly boost your confidence as we continue along with what is going to be a long season. Just getting started here, though.
Well, it is definitely a nice game for Woodbury. I think they had to erase the memory of the past and start a new future, and they did that here today. And it started early, and it ended, a nice push by Stillwater at the end of the contest there. They didn't quit. They didn't stop. And that's a good thing for Tim Morris's addition. They'll be continuing to move forward and push the needle forward. With this Woodbury team, for the past couple of years, we've had kind of hovering around the 8, 9, 10, 11 mark of the KARE 11 top 11 with the committee. And, I think you see enough of this team to say they definitely belong there.
Agreed with you 100%. They certainly impressed tonight. And for Stillwater, I thought they got better certainly as the game went along too. For Stillwater coming up on Thursday right here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center, another unbeaten Suburban East team comes to town as they take on the Forest Lake Rangers. That'll be 7 p.m. puck drop on that one. Well, that'll wrap things up for us here in Stillwater. Final score, it is the Woodbury Royals 5 and the Stillwater Ponies 1. For on-site engineer and color commentator Pete Wagoner, I'm Matt Arrington saying so long. Have a great rest of your Tuesday evening.